Direct Connection is made by MPT to serve all of our diverse communities and is made possible by the generous support of our members. Thank you. Live from Maryland Public Television, this is Direct Connection with Jeff Salkin.
Good evening. Welcome to your Direct Connection. We begin tonight with a sure bet, a bet that lots of money is going to be wagered on the Super Bowl. This year, it won't just be office pools. Sports betting is open and it is legal at locations around the state. Joining us to answer your questions tonight is Bruce Billick, the general manager of the FanDuel Sportsbook. Bruce, glad you could be with us. I'll admit at the outset, I don't know anything about this, but if I wanted to walk in and bet on the Ravens, not this week, obviously, what would I need to know in terms of terminology?
Sports betting is new to many individuals coming into the state of Maryland. It's very simple. You come in, if you know the team that you're looking to wager on, you can come in, you can ask for them to either just win the game, which is going to be your money line, or you can ask for them to be on the point spread, which say the Ravens are favored by -3. That means the Ravens have to win that game by 4 or more points in order for that wager to be a winner. And you can bet that a few different ways. So in our sportsbook here at FanDuel Sportsbook at Live Casino Hotel, you can either place it at one of our 51 self-service betting kiosks. So you can go up to a kiosk by yourself, put the money in, take your time, review the wagers, put your selections in and place the wager. Or you can actually come up to one of our 10 ticket writer windows where one of our sportsbook ticket writers can actually assist you with your wager. All they would need to know is which you're looking to wager on, the amount of that wager, and what type of wager. Now, there are a few different type of wagers that we take. We have straight bets, which mean you're just kind of betting on either a side or a total. We have parlays where you combine multiple teams for a larger payout. We have teasers where you can move the line certain ways, however you're looking to bet the game. So we do offer many different options for our customers.
Did anybody bet on the Pro Bowl?
We did. We had plenty of people through here yesterday betting on the Pro Bowl.
The Pro Bowl is nonsense, right? It's not competitive.
Over the last few years, it has gotten a bad rap. There's not a lot of tackling. It's not your normal traditional game that you'll see on a regular NFL Sunday. But we had a line on it. We had a total on it. And we did have people coming in here betting on it.
There's an intimidation factor to a sports book. I don't know how yours is set up, but I've been in a couple of them in Las Vegas. There's a big hotel right next to the convention center there. And used to be a Hilton, now it's something else. It's enormous. You walk in there and it's like walking onto the floor of the stock exchange. There's just thousands of numbers on hundreds of different screens, and you just feel intimidated by that. You feel that
you're probably talking about the Westgate Superbook, which used to be the Las Vegas Hilton.
Right.
Very familiar. Yep.
So for the little guy, I mean, you feel like somebody else knows more about this.
I think that's what's great about the FanDuel Sportsbook here at Live Casino Hotel in Arundel Mills. I think, the way we approach this is we understand there are people that have been betting for years, whether it be out in Vegas or someone local, whatever it may be. But we also understand some people have never placed a wager in their life. So what myself and my staff really pride ourselves on is making sure that we're available for all customers when they come in. You'll see myself, all of my staff walking the floor, assisting customers on the kiosk, explaining the different type of markets, the different type of bets we offer. And we really want to make sure whether this is something brand new to you or, you've been doing this for a while. We want to make sure we're there to help educate all of our customers, make sure they have a great customer experience at the end of the day.
Let me remind our viewers, if you have a question for our guest about sports betting, the ins and outs of that, give us a call at the number on the screen or email a question to livequestions@mpt.org. And Bruce, you guys would be able to help somebody with a question about, say, who's going to win the game on Sunday.
I wish I had those answers every day. Unfortunately, we can't give them that answer. I don't think there's anybody that really knows that answer, but we are here to assist them with whatever they're looking to wager on. If this is their first time betting on a Super Bowl and they just want to, have it for entertainment, enjoyment, there's plenty of different things you can wager on. We have, it's not just your traditional who's going to win the game. You can also bet on who the first touchdown score is going to be. Will a certain player score any touchdown during the game? We have total number of punts over or under 6.5 in the game. We have the longest touchdown scored over or under 42.5 yards. So there's almost everything you can bet on. And I think one of the most, bet on things for any Super Bowl is obviously heads and tails, the coin toss. So all of those are readily available here at the FanDuel Sportsbook.
That's a perfect segue to something I wanted to know, which is how do sports books of various kinds make money? So I understand like how the casino wins at roulette or slot machines. How do they win at sports betting? Well, because on heads and tails is 50-50, right?
Yeah, and I think so. So on that heads and tails, so we also have a price around that too. So if you want to go with heads, it's minus 112. So you have to lay $112 to win 100. If you want to bet that on tails, it's minus 108. So you have to lay $108 to win 100. So there's pricing in there that if you're able to get certain sides and it matches up, then there's a built-in pricing advantage there that allows us to make money.
Can I walk in and place a bet about whether the Orioles are going to lose fewer than 100 games? I would do that.
So we do offer total wins for each baseball team. Those odds have not been out placed yet. So once we get closer to spring training, those odds will come out. But you can bet on the over under the total wins for the team.
Phone call from Worcester County. This is Steve. Steve, thank you for the call. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, it's for Bruce. Bruce, what is the minimum bet you can make in Maryland, and what's the maximum you can bet?
Great question. Thank you.
Yeah, great question. Thank you for calling in. Yeah, so the minimum bet, so if you come to one of the teller-assisted windows, the minimum bet at the FanDuel Sportsbook at the teller window is $20. And our minimum at any of our 51 self-service kiosks is $5. Now, when it comes to maximums, we really don't, usually if we're talking about a large wager, that's something we're going to work to get approved. And that'll be based strictly on our traders. Our traders will decide whether they want to accept that wager or not.
Email question from Bill wants to know, what is the money line and how does that work?
So, for example, the money line on the Super Bowl is currently the Rams are minus 198. So you would have to lay $198 to win 100. Now, the Rams just have to win the game. There's no points involved. So whether they win by 1 or 100, it doesn't matter. When anybody mentions money line, that is strictly just the winner of the game.
So has the line moved on the Super Bowl?
So I was here on Championship Sunday. I watched the first lines pop on the odds boards. The Rams opened at 3.5. It got all the way up to as much as 4.5, and it's kind of settled in right now at around 4. It'll be interesting to see if that line moves at all over the next couple of days. Obviously, the majority of the money on the Super Bowl is going to come in on Saturday and Sunday, so potentially that line could move, but it's kind of settled itself at 4 right now.
What happens if it does move? What happens if there's news that, the Rams offense, they all have COVID or something? And I bought a ticket before that. I keep the deal I got.
Yep, you keep the deal you got. Some will be extremely happy, some will be disappointed, but if the line moves and you place that wager early on, that's part of, sports betting. And so some people do wait until the end of the game. Now, some people might use that ticket as an advantage. They might have bet on somebody and now the odds are swung in the other favor. So, there's winners and losers in that too as well.
Phone call from Howard County. This is James. James, thanks for the call. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering, what is the over-under?
Okay, very good. So let me try this. So if you think both, it's going to be a high-scoring affair, it's going to be a shootout. You think there's going to be a lot of points, you might want to wager on that. Somebody who thinks it's going to be a grinded out kind of game might want to bet on that. So there's a midpoint that allows you to simply pick one side or the other, and that moves depending on the game and the circumstance and the weather and all that. Correct?
Correct. So the over-under is pretty much the total combined points by both teams at the end of the game. So, for example, if the Rams beat the Bengals 27-24, those 51 total points by both teams, anybody that wagered on the over, which is currently 48.5, would be a winner.
Call from Talbot County. This is Jeff. Jeff, thank you for the call. Go ahead.
Yes, I would like to know whether it's possible to purchase half a point, or what they commonly call a hook, to improve your betting stature.
Thank you very much, Bruce.
Yep, currently here at the FanDuel Sportsbook, we do have alternate spreads on these games. So you can move it as many points as you want. Say you want to move that line 6.5 or 8.5 points. We do offer alternate spreads. So that is an option here.
What is a tout?
So a tout is just someone that gives out picks.
You hear them on the radio all the time, but I always wonder about those guys. Like, if you can really see the future that well, why are you trying to sell your newsletter and you're not just backing up the truck to the casino?
You're thinking down the right path.
How about the Olympics? I mean, is it possible to bet on the luge and all this stuff?
So we do have certain markets on the Olympics. I've seen, men's hockey, women's hockey. You can bet on certain of the actual single games. You can also bet on who's going to win the gold medal in hockey. So we do offer certain markets, but it's mainly around some of the major sports.
All right, just a couple seconds. If somebody wants to get in before the big game, don't wait till Sunday.
Don't wait till Sunday if you can. The lines, we opened December 10th, and since the day we have opened, it's been extremely busy. Lines have been out the door pretty much. So we'll have to leave it there. Hey, Bruce, we got to run. Bruce Billick at FanDuel Sportsbook. Now, we never talk about gambling or the lottery without mentioning that the helpline for problem gamblers in Maryland, 1-800-GAMBLER, which is a free service, calls and text messages 24 hours a day. Now, the CIAA basketball tournament is drawing near. We spoke with Dr. Amita Bro, president of Bowie State University. What does that entail?
Well, first of all, it's great to see Jeff, and thanks for giving the time today for me to talk about Bowie State University and the upcoming CIAA tournament. What that means is that we are welcoming in faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of our tournament to Charm City. We're very, very excited to be the host university here in Maryland. This is the first time in many, many years that the CIAA has been outside of North Carolina. And so we're so happy to be bringing this historic tournament up to Maryland and to Baltimore City. And we're here in Bowie, Maryland, just south of Baltimore. And we're very, very pleased to be welcoming so many from across the nation to celebrate our amazing, talented student athletes as they compete and they take to the court and just enjoy being back together again and celebrating athletics, but also celebrating the history of our institutions. So we're welcoming everyone. It means a celebration. It's more than just about basketball. It's really about this history of our HBCUs that are member institutions in the CIAA.
There are 2 HBCUs, of course, within the city limits of Baltimore, 4 within the state of Maryland, including yours. Talk a little about Bowie's historic relationship with Baltimore, the Baltimore metro area, and how you see this event maybe taking that to the next level.
Well, we were founded in the city of Baltimore in 1865. On the corner of Saratoga and Calvert Streets. So our roots run deep in Baltimore, and that adds a special significance for us as we go to the tournament up in Baltimore. And we're very pleased that we're returning there and we get a chance to talk about our history for over 150 years, we've been graduating excellent, talented, amazing students. And so to be able to go back and talk about that history, reconnect to our roots has great significance. I'm very grateful to the city of Baltimore for their recognition of Bowie State University and working with the mayor's office, Mayor Scott, Al Hutchinson from Visit Baltimore. They have recognized the rich and valued history that we have. And we're very pleased that we're going to have our friends from Morgan State and Coppin State. Coppin is one of the University System of Maryland HBCUs, and we're very pleased that they're going to be a part of this celebration and to come and cheer on the Bulldogs and just share that HBCU love. And so we're looking forward to seeing them when we return to Baltimore.
You know, I looked up the conference standings, and both your men's team and your women's team are right around 500. So more games to play before the tournament, but an opportunity here to finish the season strong.
Yes, definitely. We're just so thrilled with our student athletes. You know, they were off for about a year due to the pandemic. And for them to come back and have, you know, those numbers are really, those stats, we're very pleased and excited for them. I also take my hat off to our coaches. Our coaches are amazing. Coach Brooks has been just outstanding. He just celebrated his 200th win. He's the winningest coach in our basketball history for our men's team. And then Coach Sade Swan is amazing with our women and what she continues to do year over year. She's been with us since 2015, and she's been an outstanding leader. And we're very, very excited about the stats that they're putting up. But, you know, it's also about that student athlete model for us. Our students are also excelling in the classroom and academically. And that's first and foremost so important to us. We're a Division II school and conference, and student is the area that we underscore student in the student athlete experience. But we're very excited that we're going to take to the courts. We're looking forward to seeing our colleagues from our Morgan State campus and their students, faculty, and staff and alumni as well up in Charm City.
And I think all students, athlete or non-athlete, would be interested in some of the career events. There's a career expo, I believe, that's attached to the tournament.
Yes, there's a career expo. We also have an educational fair where we're inviting in the prospective students, high school students, and others to learn about our HBCUs, to come in and talk to our member institutions. We'll have on hand the offices from our admissions offices. Now that will be virtual for this year. We're still navigating the pandemic, and you know, we had to make those pivots. But we expect to have a very rich turnout, and we're looking forward to talking with students who are interested in learning about our historic institutions and finding out what's very, very special about our HBCUs, our member institutions in the CIAA. What they're going to see very soon is that we have this warm, nurturing, familial feel to each of our institutions. That's the hallmark of our HBCUs, where we lift up our students, we encourage them, and we want them to explore how they can fit within our academic programs. But it's also for us about helping our students find that sense of purpose and giving back to the larger community.
I know the tournament has almost always been in North Carolina. Give us the backstory in a minute, if you can, about how the conference campus presidents, athletic directors settled on Baltimore for this year.
Well, Baltimore presented just a wonderful, exciting opportunity. Baltimore City has so much to offer, from the restaurants to the hotels, the Inner Harbor, but it also has a rich African American culture historically. We expect that we're going to have events over at the Reginald Lewis Museum, and there's so many opportunities that fit with our history as the first African American athletic conference founded in 1912. And so it's really about connecting that history of the city and connecting that with the CIAA. And then I again have to give kudos to the legislators, to the leaders in the city
Aminta Bro at Bowie State University, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Jeff. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Charm City. Come on out and let's cheer on our teams for the CIAA.
Our thanks to Dr. Bro. Now over to the MPT Sports Desk and Jim Hunter.
Thanks, Jeff. We're joined now by Stan Luter, and this guy does it all. He's an analyst. He's a host at ESPNU, ESPN3, CIAA TV. Stan, you're everywhere, and this is an exciting time of the year for you, isn't it?
And here I am with you today. How about that, huh?
That is great. Tell our audience a little bit about the CIAA and the style of basketball that we'll see when the tournament comes to Baltimore later in the month.
12 historically black colleges and institutions located from Pennsylvania all the way down to South Carolina. Great academic history, great social history, great basketball and athletic lineage. You will see an exciting brand of basketball, hopefully. COVID has really taken a snap out of a lot of schools and getting everybody back to playing what they want to. But I think what you're going to see is exciting team basketball that I think that you can learn from. If you're a beginning player, I think kids can enjoy that. If you're an old head like us, you can enjoy the skill set there, and you're going to see some great coaches, a lot of color, and a lot of people having a great time.
You know, Baltimore is certainly a basketball hotbed. What does it mean for the players that they're going to be able to showcase their talents for their schools, but in Baltimore?
Well, the tournament has traveled over throughout the history. It started in Washington, D.C., down at Turner's Arena. It's been in Richmond. It's been in Charlotte for a long time. It was in Raleigh, North Carolina, Winston-Salem, Norfolk, Virginia. So it's moved around, and coming to Baltimore is a great thing. And Baltimore's got a great, and PG County and whatnot, have got a great basketball history. So I think the kids are excited about that. I know the kids that are from out of North Carolina are really excited because they get a chance to play at another high-profile arena and give themselves a chance to play and make a name for themselves in their schools. So Baltimore's got the buzz, right, I think, for the kids, from what I've been able to talk to. We've been social distance, so you haven't been able to really talk to them as much. But they're all excited about playing and getting to the tournament, and this being the first time in forever being in Baltimore, they want to try to make some history.
Now, what are the schools that you think will be the schools to watch in the tournament? And maybe another way to look at this is maybe some school that we're not thinking too much about that might surprise in the tournament.
You're going to try to get me in trouble because they're going to talk about who's the favorite. To be real honest with you, I think right now people are still trying to find their A games in some circumstances. As you get closer to tournament time, you want to be playing on all cylinders. But this has been such a choppy, actually, 2 years, because remember, CIAA didn't play last year. So everybody getting yourselves together. Keep your eye, obviously, on the new host, Bowie State. Coach Brooks just won his 200th game and is the all-time leading coach in Bowie State basketball history, and they've won some tournaments. He's won 2 as the head coach there. Bowie State's a team to remember and think about. Virginia Union and their great history. Dave Robbins is a legend, and they've won, 3 national championships in the past, and that's where Charles Oakley and Ben Wallace and Terry Davis played. So there's a great legend in history of Virginia Union, and people say the tournament's not good unless Union is not playing well, so we'll see. They've got a great chance to do well. Virginia State, Lonnie Blow does a great job there. They could be good. The team that's been quiet in the North has been Lincoln. Lincoln out of Pennsylvania, which, for your historians is the oldest HBCU. So you've got the oldest HBCU, that's one of the newer members of the conference coming back. They're playing some good basketball, both on the men's and women's side. And down in the South, I think you got to look at Fayetteville State. I think you've got to look at Winston-Salem State, who's a defending champion from 2 years ago. And when you say Winston-Salem State, you think about big house games, and you think about Earl Monroe, who played his basketball for the old Washington or Baltimore Bullets. So there's a lot of schools you can keep your eye on. What I always look at, I say, everybody's got a chance. We'll find out whose chance is going to be the best come Saturday of championship night.
You know, I can hear the enthusiasm in your presentation here, and it sounds to me that you, through the conference, are very excited that this is coming to Baltimore so these schools can showcase what they're all about and the talent that they bring to the city.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, anytime you get a chance to be a part of the CIAA in some way, shape, or form, I think that's a blessing. And I'm very blessed to have been able to be a broadcaster and do the games for many years now. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm always excited this time of year, but especially to come to Baltimore. I've got friends and family in the area, and they're looking forward and, hollering at me for tickets and everything else there that I don't have. But they try to come. But to come to Baltimore, an area which is so rich in so many ways and so many cultures, and to be able to showcase the CIAA. I mean, don't forget, this is about colleges and institutions. And so you get a chance to talk about your schools, to talk about how they've been able to make a difference in our lives. That's a good thing. And then there's some good basketball. But Baltimore, coming to Baltimore, yeah, I'm very excited about that.
All right, Stan, we appreciate your time. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff, let's send it back to you.
Jim, thanks very much. That is Direct Connection for this week. We're back Friday with State Circle and the latest on Maryland politics and coverage of the 2022 General Assembly. Join us for that Friday at 7. Now, for all of us at MPT, thank you for watching Direct Connection and have a good night.
This program was made by MPT to serve all of our diverse communities.